Assalamualaikum. This is the Islamic iPrayer. I thought I'd give a quick video demonstration of how you actually use the device. So to begin with, just open up the box like so, and you'll see at the top you get the Islamic iPrayer Salah Guide. You get the Islamic iPrayer Quick Start Guide. You'll see that you have your power supply and your micro USB lead, and you have the Islamic iPrayer. So you've got the Islamic iPrayer, you've got the Islamic iPrayer Salah Guide, which gives you step-by-step guide to all the Salah and Wudu. You've got your Quick Start Guide, which shows you how you actually power up the device and where the key and essential keys are. You've got your power supply and your micro USB lead right there. What I suggest you do is you start with taking the protective seal off the actual device itself. So just peel off one corner and just take it off nice and slowly. Now what you need to do, you need to take the power supply and plug in the actual USB side of the lead in to the power supply like so. Then take the end of the lead, which is the micro USB connection, and plug it into the actual device. Just make sure it's facing the right way up. And make sure you give a full 8-hour charge initially before using the device. So once you've opened up all the box content, you need to refer to the Islamic iPrayer Quick Start Guide. So it says that you've got to have the Islamic iPrayer, which is there. You need your micro USB lead and power supply, and you actually need the Salah Guide. So that's everything you need before you begin to perform Salah. Now when referring to the Salah Guide, you do need to be in a state of wudu before you even try and perform any Salah. So the Quick Start Guide, if you turn to page V1 on the actual Salah Guide, it will give you a step-by-step guide on how to perform wudu. You need to be in a state of wudu before you try and perform any type of Salah. Now you're in a state of wudu, you need to find the direction of the Qibla before you even try to actually use the Islamic iPrayer. So you should face the actual map to the direction of the Qibla. Now for those people who are complete beginners to actually performing Salah, you actually do need to follow the complete step-by-step guide of how you actually perform Salah. Reason being, you need to know where in the recitation you need to perform the necessary actions. You turn the device on like so. Now this is your opportunity to actually set your preferred volume. So you tap the volume plus key to increase the volume, or the volume minus key to take down the volume. Now the actual device will remember any volume setting you have actually set. So whether you turn the device on or off, it will always recognize your preferred volume setting. Now any flashing key shows you that that actual particular key is ready for selection. So I've set my preferred volume. Now the next stage is to go to the reciter key. Now the reciter key, I just tap once and it will go through all the reciters. There's 8 reciters in total, but there's 2 lines. One's a beginner and one's advanced. The only difference being the beginner selection, every recitation content of each one of the reciters, the content is exactly the same. So all the Salah content is the same, but after Surah Al-Fatiha you will only hear Surah Ikhlas in each rak'ah. Now the advanced line Again, we'll have the same 8 reciters in the same order, and the recitation of Salah is exactly the same. The only difference now is, after Al-Fatiha, you will hear different surahs. Surah Falak, Kauthar, Ikhlas and Inas in each rakah. So now you pick your required reciter. Once that selection's made, you're ready to move on to which prayer you want to actually perform. So for an example, if I want to perform Isha Salah, I will just select Isha. And you'll see that all the rak'ah within Isha will light up. Now, sometimes you can make a mistake. So if it wasn't Isha Salah I wanted, because the flashing keys for the different prayers are still flashing, I can actually pick Maghrib or Asr or Zohr. As long as I've not gone into the rak'ah content of that particular prayer, my options are still available due to the flashing keys. So let's go back to Isha, because that was the original selection. Now you'll notice that 4 sunnah and 4 farad are actually flashing. Now that tells me that a flashing key is available for selection. Now 2 sunnah, 2 nafil, 3 witr and 2 nafil within Isha are not flashing. The reason for this is you cannot bypass an obligatory prayer, which is signified by a red LED. Now a sunnah prayer highlighted by an amber key is a highly recommended prayer but can be bypassed, and a nafil prayer highlighted in green can also be bypassed but it's an optional prayer. So let's start now with performing the content of Isha Salah we want to perform. So just say I think, okay, I want to bypass the 4 sunnah because I don't want to read the 4 sunnah. I want to go directly to the front Salah, which I do highly recommend that anyone who first buys the device only fulfill your obligation of reading the actual contents of the front Salah to begin with. So select 4 farad, and you'll notice that only the 4 sunnah key is flashing because I might have made the wrong selection, so I can still select 4 sunnah if I want to read that. But obviously we want to stick to the 4 farad, so you press the selection you want. It will give you 5 seconds to get into position. It will flash 3 times, and full recitation of 4 farad will begin. And I will follow with the necessary actions. At this point, I would like to say for beginners, you can refer to the Salah guide to know what actions are needed to be performed when. So that's the video demonstration. I hope inshallah that this Dawah product, which is completely non-profit, does help brothers and sisters in performing Salah. Assalamu alaikum.